The Innsmouth Jamboree is now proud to bring up on stage Miskatonic County's own Toon Shiner. Please give a warm round of applause to the Arkham Hillbilly!
Hey, hey folks! Thank you! Hello, Innsmouth! If you want to go where the good times go, I know a righteous jamboree. You can dance a jig, you can swim the sea, you can be who you want to be. If you want to go where the party's at, then you ain't got no spending cash. You won't need no bathing suit if you want to make a splash. Jamboree in Innsmouth, grab a hand off in. We're gonna have a good time, mixing ain't no sin. There won't be no fish fry, wouldn't do that to kin. Jamboree in Innsmouth, everybody dive on in. If you wanna meet somebody new, I know a place that never fails. Come with me to a tailgate where some other folks got tails. Jamboree in Innsmouth, if you're scale or skin. We're gonna have a good time, mixing ain't no sin. There won't be no fish fry, I wouldn't do that to kin. Jamboree in Innsmouth, everybody dive on in. Jamboree in Innsmouth, everybody dive on in. Thank you, folks. It's good to be back in Innsmouth. You know, I love coming here. I've been coming here ever since I was a little kid. I used to come with my grandpappy. We go out fishing out on the lake, and, you know, if we caught something kind of big or if it smiled at us the right way, we'd throw it back. And, you know, sometimes we'd catch something and it'd throw us in the water. It was a great old time, I tell you. And, you know, I've been coming here for a lot of years for the Innsmouth Jamboree. I ain't scared like some folks appear to be about the stories about Innsmouth. You know, ever since H.P. Lovecraft wrote that story, The Shadow over Innsmouth, you know, it did kind of put a shadow over Innsmouth if the truth were told. And a lot of people thought, well, if I come there, am I just going to get chased by a bunch of sea monsters? Well, anyway, you know, that might happen, but it's like anything. If you're looking for sea monsters, you're probably going to find sea monsters. It's like everything else. Anyway, you know, live events are so important, and I was worried that they were going to cancel the Innsmouth Jamboree on account of the coronavirus because so many events got postponed or canceled because of the coronavirus. Well, turned out they did some tests, and they found out that most of the folks in Innsmouth are immune to what they call landwalker diseases. Now, I'm not too crazy about the term landwalker, but I guess it is good news for all of us landwalkers that we can come here to the Jamboree and have a good old time, you know. And hey, how about that Barry Ancuda? I thought he was just great coming on before me, you know. I think he thought we were going to headline the show, but that ain't going to happen, Barry. I'm the headline today. Okay, so, you know, I talk about live events and how important they are. And one event that was really important to me several years ago was getting to see one of country music's great artists when he came to my town, which is Arkham. And you might not know him if you're a young person because he ain't alive no more and he ain't too famous no more either. But his name was Porter Wagoner. And today, most folks know Porter Wagoner, if they knows him at all, as the guy who discovered Dolly Parton. And he and Dolly Parton was a doubles act for a while, and then Dolly Parton thought she could be a bigger star if she left him and went off on her own, and well, of course, she was right about that. But Porter kept going, and he was one of the big nabobs of the Grand Ole Opry. And what he looked like, funny thing, he always wore the fanciest suits. This is a Porter Wagoner right here, and he was wearing one of his purple nudie suits that he got from Nudie Cone, who used to make all the fancy Western wear like I'm wearing here. This is actually a scarf. This is not made by a Nudie Cone, but this is made by Manuel, who used to study with Nudie Cone. So I'm paying my own kind of tribute to Porter Wagoner here. And I'd like to sing you a little song about the time that Porter came to Arkham. Okay, here we go. A gay best moon was shining on the old New England square as people flocked out to the Miskatonic County Fair. Where will I go to meet in suits? The gals wore their best gowns. The night that Porter Wagner came to Auckland town, Charlie Ward was sitting fine right there in the front row. Joseph Kerwin kicked him out so he could see the show. Someone yelled, "Where's Dolly?" and we knocked that rascal down. The night that Porter Wagner came to Auckland town. When Porter came to Arkham with his rhinestones and his smile, he made the old ones feel young for just a little while. The Arlithotep clapped in time to every single song, and even old Cthulhu sang along. The wagon wheels were flashing on his purple nudie suit. His boots were red and turquoise, man, they really were a hoot. His hair was standing tall, just like a shiny silver crown. The night that Porter Wagner came to Arkham town, the gardeners was glowing like that color from the well. The Whately twins was two-stepping with something I can't spell. J-Doc Allen drank so much we thought that he might drown. The night that Porter Wagner came to Arkham town, he sang about the hard times and we knew just what he meant. We cried out loud about the Carroll County accident. He brought the Grand Ole Opry to this shadow-haunted land, and afterwards I got to shake his hand. Sometimes I dream of Dagon in his underwater lair, or Shargos who might eat us all, but I don't even care. 'Cause I recall that night so they can never raise a frown. The night that Porter Wagner came to Arkham town. As long as I recall that night, they'll never get me down. The night that Porter Wagner came to Arkham town. Woo-hoo! And the song. Thank you, folks. Thank you very much. You know, now is a special time for me because I'm going to bring up on the stage my band, the Nashville Shamblers. Please welcome them up here, folks. Here they come. And Barry, you left your monocle up on the stage. And Barry, what'd you leave all your stuff up on the stage for anyway? Okay, Leroy, where's the rest of the Nashville Shamblers?
Zadok Allen's Cake-tastrophe.
I told you guys not to go to Zadok Allen's Cake-tastrophe. What are you drinking there?
Kelp smoothie.
Oh, that sounds good. You know, they have the best kelp here at the Innsmouth Jamboree you're ever going to have in your life. And, gosh darn them Nashville Shamblers. I told Zadok Allen, ever since that whole thing with Innsmouth, he opened up a very popular tent here at the Innsmouth Jamboree where he sells all kinds of drinks. it kind of gets to be a little bit of a problem too, because he's a big drinker. And when you go there, everybody starts drinking, and it kind of gets out of hand. So I'm not too surprised the rest of the Nashville Shamblers are probably on the floor by now. Anyway, one of the things about the Miskatonic Valley and Arkham and Innsmouth is there's a lot of strange terms that we use that some people just don't understand. And if you live here, it's pretty easy. But, there's a lot of things like, Yogg-Sothoth or whatever. But there was one phrase that always kind of, confused me. And I thought, I'm going to write a little song about this. So wait a minute. Let me get my capo here. And here we go. I've got one of them industrial strength capos. Can hardly put it on myself. All right, here we go. Met my baby on Friday night. She said something that wasn't right.
Cthulhu for talking and ya. Cthulhu for talking and ya. Won't somebody tell me what Cthulhu for talking means?
Wilbur wait, he said to Wilbur too. I ran out there, give his looks to you.
Cthulhu for talking and ya. Cthulhu for talking and ya. Won't somebody tell me what Cthulhu for talking means?
Bill Monroe had Eric Zan, and now that fiddler's a bluegrass man.
Cthulhu for talking and ya. Cthulhu for talking and ya. Won't somebody tell me what Cthulhu for talking means?
My baby said with an evil laugh, I'm gonna make this your epitaph.
Cthulhu for talking and ya. Cthulhu for talking and ya. Won't somebody tell me what Cthulhu for talking means?
Back of the circle, can they sell moonshine made in the garden of wells?
Cthulhu for talking and ya. Cthulhu for talking and ya. Won't somebody tell me what Cthulhu for talking means?
I heard these words from a thing called Yex. I wouldn't eat you 'cause you're too big.
Cthulhu for talking and ya. Cthulhu for talking and ya. Won't somebody tell me what Cthulhu for talking means?
One has 5 legs and 15 eyes. No, don't tell me, let it be a surprise.
Cthulhu for talking and ya. Cthulhu for talking and ya. Won't somebody tell me what Cthulhu for talking means?
3 little children lying in bed, talking to Abdullah has read.
Cthulhu for talking and ya. Cthulhu for talking and ya. Won't somebody tell me what Cthulhu for talking means?
World will end and I know how. I could tell you, but I'm stopping now.
Cthulhu for talking and ya. Cthulhu for talking and ya. Won't somebody tell me what Cthulhu for talking means?
Woo! Thank you, folks. That was a new one. We haven't even put that one on the vinyl yet, so I kind of a tip for you there. One of the things that's great about the Innsmouth Jamboree is, like I said, all the food and drink here, you get some great kelp, and all around you can see booths for our sponsor here, Give Us Moonshine. Give Us Moonshine is a favorite of mine. I'm sure a favorite of yours too. It is the only moonshine that is well brewed in Arkham. Now, a lot of folks think that means it's brewed well in Arkham. Actually means it's brewed in the well in Arkham, and I think you know which well I'm talking about too. Kind of a famous well. Anyway, it gives it a special flavor that some people have described as indescribable, and I think it's just delicious. Now, there is one thing when you drink a Give Us Moonshine that I always warn people about, and it's a reason why Give Us Moonshine used to have a slogan. They don't use it too much no more, but they used to say, "Don't drink and chant." And what they meant by that was, when you start drinking Give Us Moonshine, you could get all kinds of crazy ideas in your head. And one thing you don't want to do is start reading the Necronomicon. And what you especially don't want to do is start reading the Necronomicon out loud, because that just leads to all kinds of trouble. And I think, you probably read some of the stories about things that happened with that. I actually got a song here about what happened when, you think you're chanting and you're summoning, it's going pretty good, but it never really works out the way you want it to work out. So we got a little song here for you about it. All right. What key we playing this one in? Leroy, I plumb forgot. You did this one in A?
Yeah, I reckon.
All right. Okay. Here we go.
When you walked out, our home became a ghost town. There's not a living soul for miles around. Just me and my soul died a million times. I cried. You left me with my memories and that old book I found. I searched the Necronomicon for answers. I chanted phrases that made my skin crawl. He said I'd never change, but now I feel so strange. I'm not the man I was. In fact, I'm not a man at all. Tentacles and tumbleweeds are all you left behind. The tenderness that my heart needs, I know I'll never find. The pack I made to get you back will never set me free. Tumbleweeds and tentacles, that's all that's left for me. Each night I dream that you are here beside me. You whisper words of love that are so sweet. Awaken, hope is dead. I slither out of bed. I miss you every day more than I miss my hands and feet. Tentacles and tumbleweeds are all you left behind. The tenderness that my heart needs, I know I'll never find. Yogg-Sothoth might be the gate, but I can't find the key. Tumbleweeds and tentacles, that's all that's left for me. The way I tried to win your love was wrong as wrong can be. Tumbleweeds and tentacles, it's all that's left for me. Tumbleweeds and tentacles, it's all that's left for me. Woo-hoo! That's plumb good, Leroy. All righty. Wait, where you going? Zadok Allen's Catastrophe.
Oh, all right, will you give me something while you're there?
Sure.
Okay. All right, thanks, Leroy. I don't know why, because I already got a bottle of Gibbons right here for me. Another great drink they're serving here, if you're not fond of Gibbons, or maybe you had too many already, we got us a few bottles of Vincent Price Ale back there. This will really put some hair on your palms right there. I don't know why I used that metaphor, probably not that appropriate. So my next song here is about something I think pretty much everybody has experienced at one time in their life or another, which is, sometimes when you get a call from somebody on your cell phone and you look and you see who it is and you go, oh man, I do not want to take that call. But sometimes you got to take that call anyway, right? So this is a song about one of them situations, and I think it's something that probably a lot of you folks have been through. Take off my capo there. I'm sure. Still roughly in tune. All right. Okay, this song is called The Call. Don't ask me for my number, I don't give it out no more. My friends ask me would I even have a cell phone for. I don't call no one and not a single person can call me. That's why every time it rings I know just who it's gonna be. It's the call of Cthulhu and the time is never right. You are either eating dinner or it's the middle of the night. You can leave your phone on silent, that don't matter, not at all. You'll still know it when you get the call. Folks ask, are you okay? Are you expecting bad news? You look like you bet your life and you found out you're gonna lose. I don't tell them what's the matter, hell, I don't even know how. I just say I'm sorry, but I gotta take this call right now. It's the call of Cthulhu, the connection always sucks. There's a roar like the engines of a dozen Chevy trucks. But he still thinks you can hear him fine above the cater wall. That's another fun thing about the call. Sometimes I think he's telling me to start some kind of church, but he might just be complaining about all the bootleg merch. Sometimes when he's been drinking, he'll sing Take-a-Lily. Sometimes he just hangs up because he butt dialed me. It's the call of Cthulhu and it has its own ringtone that sounds like Waylon Jennings has just swallowed your phone. You can get a new provider, you can throw it at the wall, but you still are gonna get the call. Yeah, you're always gonna get the call. Now this is the part of the song where I left without any words in it. So maybe in there for Shambles, maybe a couple solos or two. Thank you. So we're just going to go to the next and final chorus. Here we go. It's the call of Cthulhu and it might just last all day. These are expensive on collect calls from Relief. You can get a new provider, you can throw it at the wall, but you still are gonna get the call. You can tell him that you're driving or you're in the shower stall. He's still gonna make you take the call. Yeah, you always gotta take the call. All right. Thank you, folks. That was another new one. I hope you enjoyed that one. Rather than play the rest of my set list here, I think it's about time we took a little bit of a request from the audience. So if anybody out there has got any requests for me to sing, go ahead and shout them out there now, and we'll see what we can get.
Doggone it, daggone!
Not that one. I said I wasn't going to play that.
Doggone it, daggone!
I promise, esoteric order, they're going to put this whole thing on, and they told me not to.
Doggone it, daggone!
All right. Folks, it sounds like the audience really, really waiting for this song. So, here we go. Sorry about this esoteric order, daggone, but I'm sure you understood. Doggone it, daggone, you made my gal to shit. Doggone it, daggone. The skins have been
Boo! Boo!
Hey!
Boo!
What? Come on, folks. Come on. It's a perfectly...
Boo!